Good evening, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha and these are the headlines of the hour. CIAA files corruption case against one company and 11 individuals, including Chief Secretary Vaikunta Aryal, alleging of irregularities in the printing of excise duty stickers. Aryal suspended. Farmers deprived of fertilizers during the plantation season, even as 90,000 tons of fertilizers are in stock. 15-year-old practice of quota system and limited distributors causes of the problem. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, heading to Washington, says he will hold talks on the next phase of the Gaza war and escalating hostilities on the border with Lebanon. And Lumini province registers a winning start in the women's side of the Under-19 National Volleyball Tournament. Bagmati and Koshi provinces win towards the men's side. The Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority, CIAA, has filed corruption case against one company and 11 individuals, including incumbent Chief Secretary Vaikunta Aryal. With the corruption case being filed against him, Aryal has automatically been suspended. Anti-corruption watchdog CIAA filed a case at the special court today, alleging Aryal of irregularities in the printing of excise duty stickers during his tenure as the Secretary of the Ministry of Communication. The anti-graft body filed case against others, alleging them of irregularities and damaging assets of public institutions. The anti-corruption watchdog decided to file case against 11 individuals, including Aryal and Print Cell Company, alleging them of being guilty. The case also includes charges against incumbent joint secretaries, undersecretary, and section officer. CIAA has filed case against incumbent joint secretaries Ritesh Shakya at the Budget Division and Tankar Pandey working at the Department of Customs. Cases were also filed against Undersecretary Ganesh Bikram Shah and Section Officer Rabindra Podel. Likewise, the anti-graft body has also made Bikal Podel, Safal Shrestha, Hari Ballav Ghimire, Shakti Prasad Shrestha, Keshav Sharma and Badri Gautam as defendants in the case. The CIAA has demanded for a deposit of 386.7 million rupees from all the defendants. The Security Printing Center under the Ministry of Communication on 20th of September 2022 had requested tender for the printing of excise duty stickers for Inland Revenue Department. An agreement was reached between Print Cell Private Limited and the Center on 12th of December 2022 to print 430 million excise duty stickers at the rate of 89 paisa per sticker. With this, the cost for the printing comes out to be 385.548 million rupees. However, prior to this, the rate for printing the excise duty stickers was a maximum of 25 paisa per sticker, whose cost comes out to be only 10.83 million rupees. Agreement was made for Print Cell to only buy the paper and ink for the stickers. The remaining printing works would be carried out by the center as per the agreement. However, the contract with unnatural amount was handed to Print Cell with 50 million rupees in advance. Back then, Vaikunta Aryal was the Communications Secretary and Bikal Podel was the Acting Secretary at the Security Printing Center. Aryal Podel, along with other officers, decided to hand the contract for the purchase of stickers. Aryal was the Communications Secretary from 10th of August 2022 till 28th of March 2023. He was then transferred to the office of the Prime Minister and was appointed the Chief Secretary on 14th of June earlier this month, just 3 days before his retirement. Along with Aryal, other government officials have also been suspended after the filing of the corruption case against them. The plantation season has begun in the mountainous and hilly regions along with those in the Tarai that have access to irrigation facilities. However, the issue of lack of chemical fertilizers remains unchanged. Despite adequate fertilizers in the government warehouses, farmers have yet to have access. With the onset of the monsoon season, plantation works have begun in majority parts of the country. However, farmers are still having to return home empty-handed from the cellars designated by the Salt Trading Corporation and Krishi Samagri Company Limited. Meanwhile, the government has claimed it will procure the highest amount of fertilizers so far at 450,000 tons. The warehouses of Salt Trading and Krishi Samagri Company Limited have a total of 90,000 tons of fertilizers in stock. Both the entities have said their provincial units also have adequate fertilizers in stock. However, the regulation for sellers have yet to be reviewed. On an average, the government has been spending 30 billion rupees in fertilizers. It also provides 65% grants on urea, DAP and potash. However, as the local levels have given the sole responsibility of distribution to cooperatives, companies and firms, the general farmers are deprived of the grant fertilizers. Additionally, the fertilizers are being handed out based on the previous year's record, farmer's family, and amount of land that has access to irrigation. Despite huge demand in the Tarai region, supply of fertilizers has remained low. Government officials admit the 15-year-old practice of quota system and limited distributors has caused the problem. In our Public Voice segment, today we have asked farmers in several provinces if they are finding chemical fertilizers easily now that the plantation season has begun. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
रासायनिक मल पाएका छौं तर अलिक चाहिने गति चाहिँ हामीले पाउन सकिरहेको अवस्था छैन।
पोहोर प्रकारको भन्दा चाहिँ सहज रूपले नै पाइयो। अब सहकारीहरुमा पनि र पसलमा पनि सहजै पाइएको छ। अहिले चाहिँ कृषि समूहले नै खरिद गर्नुभयो र हामीले चाहिँ घर छेउमै मजाले रासायनिक मल किसान गर्नलाई रोपाई गर्नलाई खेतीबाली गर्नलाई पाइयो।
रासायनिक मल चाहिँ हामीले पोहोरदेखि राम्ररी पाइरहेका छौं।
किसानलाई मल खाद दिउ नदिने भने त कुनै त जवाफ दिनु न।
पहुँचवालाहरूले मात्रै चाहिँ उहाँले लानुहुन्छ र फेरि पहुँचविहीन कृषकहरूले चाहिँ त्यो मल पाउने अवस्था छैन र पाइराख्नु भएको छैन।
पाएको छैन, समयलाई पाउँदैन।
चुनावको बेला नेताहरू आएर धेरै ठुल्ठुला गर्छन्, अहिले चाहिँ मलसल केही छैन।
चुनाव हुँदाखेरि भन्छन् सबै थोक मलको व्यवस्था, बाली नालीको व्यवस्था सबै गरिदिन्छन्, तर त्यो पनि भएको छैन।
रोपाई सुरु भइसक्यो तर मल कहिले नि पाइदैन।
Main opposition, Nepali Congress, has alleged Home Minister Rabi Lamichhane of displaying more stunts than doing the real work for the extradition of GB Rai, who has been alleged of mishandling cooperatives' money. Speaking during a special house of today's session of the House of Representatives, Nepali Congress General Secretary Vishwaprakash Sharma questioned if the Home Minister really wanted to arrest Rai or buy him time to escape. A few days ago, Minister Lamichhane had shared a confidential information saying he knew of Rai's whereabouts in Malaysia.
सहकारी ठगीमा फरार भएको व्यावसायिक साथीलाई सहकारी ठगीमै अनुसन्धानको दायरामा रहेका गृहमन्त्रीजीले गिरफ्तार गर्नु छ। त्यसैले लोकेसन पत्ता लागिसक्यो भनेर माइकबाटै फुक्नुको अर्थ के हुन्छ? अभियुक्त पक्रिने के नयाँ शैली हो? केटाकेटीपन हो या भगाउने नियत हो? सभामुख महोदय, दोस्रो चाहिँ देशलाई जीबीको लोकेसन चाहिएको होइन, देशलाई जीबी राई चाहिएको हो। अब त्यो लोकेसनमा गेट बनाएर कार्पेट ओछ्याएर अनि बल्ल द्विपक्षीय वार्ता हुने हो। सभामुख महोदय, म आज सभामुख महोदय मार्फत यो प्रश्न गर्न चाहन्छु।
Sharma also opined that the government's works on finding Rai had not been effective as Home Minister Lamichhane was himself personally associated with him. Sharma also said there was no truth behind the logic that arresting Rai was being delayed due to lack of extradition treaties between Nepal and Malaysia. He also mentioned of an example in the past where a fugitive was brought back home from Malaysia. CPN-UML's Chief Whip Mahesh Bartola during the emergency hour protested, saying the Parsa National Park officials had been causing a ruckus in Makwanpur region. Other lawmakers demanded the government's attention towards victims of chure exploitation and urged the government against cutting down on the financial equalization grant and to address the demands of the protesting parliament officials. Sushil Pyakrel, who was recommended for the post of ambassador to South Korea, has rejected the post. Through a letter, he has requested Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal to take back the recommendation. The letter requesting for the recommendation to be cancelled was turned in at the office of the Prime Minister. In a notice released by Pyakrel, he has mentioned that the recommendation was made without holding any consultation with him and without taking into consideration the criteria set by previous governments. In the notice, Pyakrel also said In the notice, Pyakrel also said he was surprised with the trend of the government not checking the background, work capability, interest, knowledge of diplomacy, or consulting the person regarding his or her knowledge on the related country's political, economic, and social situation before recommending the prestigious post of ambassador, which represents the country. It's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
But before that, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we had asked you, what's your take on the trend of appointing and recalling ambassadors neglecting their experience and expertise? 31% voted for A, negligence in diplomacy, 58% for B, negative effect of power sharing, and 11% for C, compulsion due to alliance. And here's today's question. Why was a person recommended for the post of ambassador without even asking him? Your options are A, not aware of the dignity of the post, B, forcing in the name of share, and C, no need of asking. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the international update. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, just before heading to Washington earlier today, said he would hold talks on the next phase of the Gaza war and escalating hostilities on the border with Lebanon, where exchanges of fire with Hezbollah have stoked fears of wider conflict. Iran-backed Hezbollah has been trading fire with Israel since the Gaza war erupted more than 8 months ago. The group has said it will not stop until there is a ceasefire in Gaza. Gallant is due to meet his U.S. counterpart Lloyd Austin and Secretary of State Antony Blinken during the trip. Earlier in June, the group fired the largest volleys of rockets and drones of the hostilities so far at Israeli military sites after an Israeli strike killed the most senior commander yet. Last week, U.S. envoy Amos Hochstein was sent to Israel and Lebanon to try and cool tensions following the increase in cross-border fire, which prompted an escalation in rhetoric on both sides of the border. It's time now for another short break. We'll be right back. It's time now for the sports news.
Sports news brought to you by उलासको सम्पूर्ण जस्ता पातामा मोटाइसँगै तौल पनि प्रष्ट छापिएको हुन्छ। उलास भए अरु किन खोज्ने? Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. NIC Asia Bank Limited. Bank पनि साथी पनि राम्रो पनि हाम्रो पनि. Lakshmi Steel. नेपालमै guaranteed #1 quality.
Lumini Province defeated Madhya Province in 3 straight sets to register a winning start in the women's side of the first Sahana Pradhan Memorial Under-19 National Volleyball Tournament. In the match played at the covered hall in the premises of the National Sports Council in Tripureshwar today, Lumini Province took care of Madhya Province 25-14, 25-12, 25-13 to secure the win. Towards the men's side of the tournament, Bagmati Province came back from a set down to defeat Madhya Province in 4 sets and start off the tournament with a win. Bagmati lost the first set 23-25, but stormed back into the match, winning the next 3 sets 25-17, 25-22, 25-17. In another match played towards the men's side today, Koshi Province came back from 2 sets down to defeat Lumini Province. Koshi lost the first 2 sets 24-26, 21-25, but won the 3rd and 4th sets to force the 5th and final set. In the deciding set, Koshi won 15-11 to claim victory. Men's and women's teams from all 7 provinces are participating in the first Sahana Pradhan Memorial Under-19 National Volleyball Tournament. England have defeated USA by 10 wickets in the ICC World Cup Super 8 match. In the match played at the Kensington Oval in Bridgetown, Barbados, USA were put to bat first and were bowled out in 18.5 overs for a below par total of 115 runs. Nitish Kumar top scored for USA with 30 runs off 24 balls, hitting 2 sixes and 1 4. Corey Anderson also contributed 29 off 28 balls. Harmeet Singh scored 21 off 17 balls. Opener Stephen Taylor added 12 and skipper Aaron Jones scored 10 runs. All the other USA batters failed to score in double digits. Chris Jordan was the pick of the English bowlers, grabbing 4 wickets at the expense of 10 runs in 2.5 overs. Chasing a victory target of 116 runs, England romped home in 9.4 overs, losing 0 wickets. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.